Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're taking a look at Imperial Settlers, the roll and write game.
This is a new small little game in the Imperial Settlers theme, Settlers world, where we're gonna roll and then write, which is really popular these days.
Yes.
You take some dice, roll them on a table and then write some stuff on a piece of paper. So how is this compared to other roll and write games? Is this fun?
Let's go down to the table and see, and let's go back up again and see what we think about it.
Imperial Settlers Roll and Write is played over 10 rounds, and the player with the most points after those 10 rounds is the winner. Each round is played like this. We're first going to take these 4 dice, 1 worker die and 3 of these resource dice, and we're going to roll them and see the results. After that, each player, starting with the player who rolled the dice, is going to choose one of these special tiles. There are 5 of those in the game, and depending on the number of players, a different number of those are available. So you're going to pick one of them that gives you a special ability for the round. And then you're going to take actions simultaneous. And the number of actions you can take are the number on the worker die. So in this example, you can take 4 workers, or 4 actions. And the way you do that is that you're going to cross out 4 different things on your 2 sheets of paper. You have this sheet of paper, which is kind of the resource tracks, which gives you points, and then you have these buildings that you can build. Some of them doesn't just need to cross off with an action, and some of them need resources from the resource dice. Or maybe when you build this farm, you will get some tomatoes, which you can use to track of tomatoes over here. You can also build bridges, which let you harvest different resources for actions, and you can build out that kind of combos to get better actions throughout the game. At the end of the game, you're going to score most of your points from these tracks. Also, in the advanced version, there are things you can do to build settlements, which are really nice, where you, at the end of each round, you can build one of these buildings out here as the settlements. They have different shapes, and those will get better. Some of them will give you more points, and also you will get some points for this fortress down here. At the end of that, or 10 rounds, you're going to count down the points, and the player with the most points is the winner. Let's start off, as always, with the artwork and components for this game.
Yes.
What do you think about artwork and components for Imperial Settlers Roll and Write?
Yes, as I told you before, the first time I looked at it, I couldn't decide if I hated it or loved it, because I couldn't really tell the difference of what was my own handwriting and what was like the drawing style, because it has like a hand-drawn style artwork, and I think now that I'm used to it, I really like it.
Absolutely,
yes.
I love how this game looks. It feels like Imperial Settlers, where the artwork is kind of like Imperial Settlers, and the kind of whimsical drawing, as you're saying, like a handwritten style. It looks really nice, and I also want to highlight these wooden dice, which are really nice.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Nice. You can probably not see them. Nice dice. Nice dice. Really nice. This pink little worker dice, and that's basically the components. It's a piece of paper, pad of paper, another pad of paper, and some dice and some pencils.
Yes.
So the artwork and components, I think, is really good.
Yeah.
I love the artwork on different buildings. I like how it is. It's after you had a problem, I didn't, but because I'm so cool. But you had a problem, like, I understand that because it's kind of handwritten. But I like how it looks. I like it, how it's laid out. It's easy to see what you're doing, and absolutely. So artwork and components.
Yeah,
top
and
notch.
I like that it looks a little different from the other games. That it's not like pasted on. With some like we call it really commercial style of drawings. It looks like really simple and familiar, like a really good kid. It doesn't look like a kid drawing. A really good kid.
Or a good adult.
Yeah. Has drawn.
So you're saying that somebody who's drawing is good at drawing.
It looks a little homemade, and I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a good way.
Top notch.
Yes.
Artwork and components. So gameplay, which is the most important. It could be like the most beautiful game in the world, but it could be boring. So is this boring? The game is really simple.
Yeah.
It's kind of like most roll and write games. You take some dice and you roll them, and then you write stuff. And what you're trying to do is to get points. So most of the time you're going to make these lines to getting points. Where this game differs from a lot of other roll and write games is to have that engine building thing, which you also have in Imperial Settlers, where you will build your own stuff and build buildings to get better. So you will start giving tomatoes each round and start doing all these different things, which I think makes the game more interesting than other simple roll and write games.
And also there's no dice drafting in this game, so you have exactly the same stuff to like work with, but there's the little tiles that gives you a different bonus.
Yeah.
That's the only difference really. What you get. So I think that's interesting as well.
Absolutely, because some roll and write games have that like drafting thing, but here it's simultaneous, which is I think is good. Of course, it ends up being extremely multiplayer solitaire, because you don't really look at other people doing anything at all. So it is a solo game, basically, whenever how many players you play it with. The only big negative thing I can say is with these like bonus tiles, some of them feels a lot better than the other, especially like you have one which will give you a coin every time you choose it, and you have one that will give you like a bonus for one of the dice, and the coin is a joker, so this one is always better than this one.
Yeah.
And that's kind of strange, because the other ones are good in different ways, but these ones feels like this is just better than this.
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's the other are more like situation based. What is the best? So in the beginning, when you don't do a lot of harvest, you will like go to these two pretty fast.
If both of them are in the game, because you're gonna shuffle and put them out.
But then when you like get the harvest stuff, the one with the gift symbol, the
boon.
Yeah, that will like never been chosen. Like we've experienced.
No, especially if you have this. So it depends on what kind of strategy you're doing and what you're trying to do. But the gold one is better. That's I feel that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Those are so similar, but one is just plainly better than the other one.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think like there is a couple of different strategies. There are different things you can do. It's fun, and of course you have like the basic version, which I think you can play to begin understanding the game, but the advanced version where you can build settlements to make your buildings better is where this game shines.
Yes.
It's where it's really fun. You have to manage, because when you're just playing the basic game, you just want to fill out these to get the most points, but when you're playing the advanced game with settlements, you have to think, okay, I don't really want to plan on doing a lot of tomatoes, but I need to bake tomatoes to be able to build the settlements, because all the different buildings have different plans on how you can draw around them to make them better, and I really like that in this game.
That's really interesting. I wish, in my brain wishes that you could turn the buildings around to like make like a Tetris pattern, but you are not allowed to do that in this game. So that bugs me a little bit, because I really want it to be like a puzzle when I can plan ahead and see, oh, if I build that like this, then I can build that under there. I don't get that feeling when I play this game.
But you can still do it, just that it's more... I think it would be horrible if you could do that, because then it would be all too easy to build them. Because now it's like, if I build this 1x3 piece, then I cannot so easily build that other one. If you could turn them around, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah, it would be easier to build a lot of stuff, but I would use more time thinking, how do I build like the best way possible.
Okay, yeah, but I'm okay. I will. You can think that, yes. I think you still, but but you still can do that now. Just that it's harder because you cannot have that flexibility.
Yes, but I think the way it is now, that when you build a building, then it quite easy eliminates all other alternatives of building that you could build around that building. So it's not much to think about. It's just build the one that's best for you, and wait for the space to build another one.
I really, last time we played, I really thought, like, should I build this? Or should I wait to be able to build this?
Yeah.
So, because you can only build once each turn, and if I had that possibility to switch it around, then I could just build one now and then the another one the next turn, and it wasn't really a hard decision.
Yeah.
Because then it wouldn't be a decision, I just could build both of them, but now I could only build one. So it's more like a trade-off if I can build this and I cannot build this for me.
Yeah, but if you still could only build one each round, I think, we can't try that though, because it's against the rules in the game.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense.
I don't know. They probably tested it out.
And they did, and I like this.
Yep.
So, replayability.
It's the same buildings, so you could just go for, because the times I've played it, I always feel like there's almost always felt like I have a lot of stuff, but I don't have enough actions. And you can do the harvest to like balance it out.
Yeah.
So you use some of your actions. No, that doesn't help one bit because I lack actions. That's
Yes.
the one thing I'm lacking. So then I always want to like build that.
The settlers building, which gives you
settlers
more
building.
actions.
Yes.
I think there is one thing. I agree with you that replayability is are a couple of main strategies, and if you play it like 5, 6, 7 times, you'll probably see yourself doing kind of the same thing every time. The thing is, there is another version of this game, which is the adventure mode for solo play. And here you have this pad of, I think there's 48 different buildings. There's 6 buildings in it. All of them are unique. They're like, I think Ignacio said, it was like 300 different buildings. And so much variety you can play in solo. And it's really sad this isn't in the rules, but if you're watching this, go and you want to play this game, go and check out the Portal Games website, because they have some articles about how to play this version with multiplayer. And basically you can either buy more of these pads so that you can sit and play the same one, or you can laminate them, or you can use an eraser so you can play 2 different ones and then erase them and switch them and play them. Or if you're 4 players, you'll probably have to play 4 times to get it balanced, or just be okay with it not being completely balanced and play 2 different, because that will add huge variety to the game. So you can get more of these pads on the Portal website. I think it was sad that it isn't in the rules, because most people won't go on the website if you buy this in the store and you play it, and you see all of these different ones, but you don't play solo. I tried playing a couple of them solo. I don't enjoy playing solo games mostly, so it was just to check it out. It felt cool, but I didn't really get into it because I don't really get into solo games. But I think this is probably, we haven't played too much with this, but I think it's going to be, if we're going to play this, when we play this more, we're probably going to use these and get an eraser and switch them around and play with this one, which adds a huge variety to the game. So if you play this game and you want to play it more, I suggest getting more of these pads or laminate them and play with this adventure mode.
And also the settlements that you build are different, so you have to like think about the spacing
in a different way. Yeah. So yeah, that's on replayability. I think this is the way to go. And all in all, I really enjoy this as a small little roll and write game, and I love that settlement thing where you have to choose which buildings. We kind of disagree on how we want it to be, but that's cool. That's awesome. And I like this game quite a bit.
Yeah, I like it as well, and I like that you're either like going for the points or going for the engine, and which point are you going to do?
Just switch over to doing the points. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
also the harvest, it's kind of doesn't give you a lot of points, and it's pretty easy to get to the harvest. But if you can like take advantage of the harvest, that is also a pretty good strategy.
Absolutely, yeah.
So balancing what you're gonna do, I think that's really a lot of fun.
So yeah, final thoughts. It's a fun little roll and write game, small little box which you can bring with you everywhere. I think this is one of the better roll and write games I played. I really enjoyed it and I want to play it more. So that is Imperial Settlers for me.
Yeah.
Or roll and write, Imperial Settlers roll and write for me. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's pretty easy to get people into the game, and it's easy to bring with you places. And I like that concept of roll and write games. Like as a concept, I think that's really neat. So I like it a lot.
Absolutely. So that's the end of the review. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so right now. It's free and it's cool. You will get more videos coming soon. And soon also not with a white background, because that's just temporary. When we wait to move into our new house, where we will get not a white background, something else for a background.
Something else. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise even for us, because we haven't decided.
Yes.
And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
And I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.